everywhere you look. Close your eyes if you'd like, and imagine with me cute, cuddly little animals, high soaring birds, stately large animals, curious beings of many kinds, tall, welcoming shade trees, beautiful flowers, lush, green and vibrant colors all around, blue skies, clouds overhead, stars, moon, and sun, waters teeming with life, a varied landscape in every direction just waiting to be explored. Human beings living leisurely in a place where everything needed or wanted is right in front of them. Seems idyllic, doesn't it? Peaceful, calm, serene. The Hebrew word shalom comes to my mind when I think of this picture, or the German word Gemütlichkeit, for this deep sense of wholeness, tranquil serenity, completeness, genuine joy, blessedness, a peacefulness experienced so deeply inside it is impossible to find the words to express what you know. And when I think about this, an image of a creative being comes to my mind that looks something like this. The creative being we'll call God gently waves a hand. Then something wonderful comes into being. And God smiles, delighted with this goodness, and decides to keep going. Then God excitedly and happily points a finger, and more wonders spring forth. So God again decides to keep going, and more and more and more is added to the scene. Then creating God playfully takes some clay, shaping creatures that in a lot of ways are just like God. And with the breath of God, new life is breathed into these new spirits, smiling again in joyful delight, and so completely pleased with everything around, the creative power of the universe takes a rest, savoring new creation, enjoying all that is. Can you feel it? Can you see it? Can you know it? But then you look at the text, realizing this isn't quite the way things are portrayed, and begin to wonder if we are so focused on this profoundly peaceful view of our beginnings that we are missing a significant and critical piece of our creation stories. Early in the text, we find formlessness, complete void, ongoing night, sweeping wind, emptiness, brooding, storminess, chaos. And I begin to paint in my mind a new picture of the dawn of creation. Waves so high and raging that tsunamis as we know them seem insignificant and small. Tectonic plates jostling and scraping powerfully against each other with groans and creaks giving shape to this brand new spherical mass called Earth. Unbelievably strong winds pounding, thundering, moving matter all around unpredictably. And I realize what our story tells us is that it is out of chaos that creation emerges. From threatening, powerful energy that could destroy comes the goodness of the world springing forth in all its fullness. And I think about chaos theory. My limited and very simplistic view of chaos theory indicates that in the midst of apparent random chaos, definite patterns can be seen. Patterns repeating time and time again, even as things become more and more complex. And I wonder if the chaos preceding creation And I wonder if the chaos preceding creation, somewhere embedded in that chaos, is an imperceptible pattern setting in motion the wonder of all that we know. in the unpredictable randomness of surging waves, heaving oceans, mountains forced into being as matter is shifting around, valleys being carved out with powerful force, winds raging, strong impending storms filling all space. I wonder if patterned order was present as life became form, as creation came into being. A pattern perhaps repeating over and over as initial life evolved and changed into greater and greater complexity. But so what? What difference could this possibly make in our lives as we seek to follow Jesus? Well, what if, out of apparent swirling chaos, chaos threatening to destroy, there is some sort of power that can form life-giving, creative goodness? What if, from the midst of apparent chaos, the creative power of God is on the move, giving form to new life and being? What if, as partners with God, co-creators with God, if you will, we have within us, even in the midst of apparent chaos, perhaps especially in the midst of apparent chaos, we have God-given creative power to bring into being something good. The power to bring into being something good out of chaos would be an amazing power to have.